1-800-LAW-1010, 1-800-LAW-1010.com.
Attorney Paul Harding from Martin Harding and Mazzotti on the telephone. Good morning, Paul.
Good morning, guys.
Look, this is your idea.
Well, I'm kind of like I feel like I'm representing Quinn to you, who in this case are acting as his attorney.
Right.
Okay, Paul.
Yeah.
We could literally give the question that we sent to Paul yesterday.
Sure. I mean, the question is about. I mean, I can paraphrase here.
Yeah.
Just my wife's friend has been purchasing frozen sperm. She wants to impregnate herself, and it's not working. She's looking for seriously a fresh batch, which is way more expensive.
I take that as a compliment, by the way.
And so I thought, I said to my wife, I don't know anyone who could do this for her. And then I'm like, yeah, Quinn could. And then we started talking about it. My question is this the kind of thing you want to get into without a lawyer, Paul?
Wow, that's loaded. You know, I got the question, I really had to think about this one for a while. First, let's kind of back up and go through what the law is. You know,
okay.
If you have, I mean, if you're going to do this, and the artificial insemination is the official term here,
Okay.
but you have to have the consent. It has to be a married couple, right? It actually, I assume we have a married couple here.
No, it's a single woman with one
the
child
rule-
already.
Right.
Yeah, the rule actually doesn't apply here. New York only has a rule that if you have a married couple, they both consent, and you have a doctor perform the insemination. So that sort of blurs the facts a little bit. But under the proper set of facts, if you're doing it the way the rule says, that the donor has no rights or any obligations when the child is born. So they can't come, chasing after you for anything, and you can't go try to seek parental rights.
Well, there we go.
Yeah.
That was what I wanted. I wanted my cake, and I wanted to eat it too. Like, if I decide I want to go and like pretend like I got a kid somewhere, I can go and I can make a weekend of it. You know what I mean? And then, or just to friend him on Facebook or something.
Yeah,
that kind of thing.
That's what that does, based on what I've read about this. And again, I didn't get as deeply into it as I didn't understand exactly the question. But you have a situation where if she's not married, and if you donate this to her,
yes,
you may be creating some obligations and parental rights. If you do it maybe the way that you're talking about. So
I'm more concerned about the obligations. What's at the very least, it's monetary, right?
Yeah. If you're gonna have parental rights, you can't. You get it both ways. You get maybe some options of seeing the child, and then you're going to have, I believe, 17% of your gross pay would be being transferred on a weekly basis.
That's almost twice of what our agent takes, Cantera. That's a lot of money right there.
We're already raising his kids.
I know.
So but this is real, Paul, because she has done this before.
Yeah.
But this is like totally under the table. So would a written agreement between Quinn and this woman, if they did it under the table, hold up years later if she came looking for money?
No. New York only allows if you have husband-wife consent and an actual medical doctor in New York. So anything you do, later on, she could come back and kind of say, that the contract is really not enforceable. So
what if I scrolled it in blood on the side of my trailer? Would that be legal?
No.
Would that be legal if I took a photo of it and then used that?
I don't think that helps your cause at all. No,
all right.
Isn't it crazy, though, like all the legality you have to jump through to do this, but then you could just go out, get drunk, hook up with someone at a bar, and make a child.
Exactly.
And there's nothing to prevent you from that.
Right.
Fake name. Yeah, just kind of drift in and drift out. Right. Then if they can't find you, then you're free and clear. But in this situation, they'll know where it's coming from, and you may find yourself on the hook for a long time.
So, Paul, as the attorney in this instance, hypothetically,
yes,
representing Quinn,
right,
what would you advise him here? Not to do it?
What he would do is there's actual sperm banks that he would then, so instead of being like a direct donor there, he can kind of put it out to the sperm bank, and then he's not going to know where his product.
Well, no, but that's not. I mean, I'm not getting. Like she has a device, I think, Paul. She
has made a device.
She has a device, something like the same thing.
You ever see an ice luge? It's like an ice luge.
Or the thing that maybe you use to when you run out of gas and you got to use the thing for the funnel to pour the gas in.
First of all, it's a major compliment that you've been chosen. So she's obviously looked at physically, intellectually. I mean, she looked at the whole package.
Well,
and said,
actually,
I
time
want to
out.
make more
Time
of
out.
these.
Quinn's one of 5 names I've pitched to her.
What? You
Okay.
said I was the only one.
Yeah, I know. It's being nice.
Who else was on the list?
I'm taking some money off the top.
Give me one other person on the list.
My buddy Andy Blacksmith.
Oh, there's a healthy choice.
He's very fit.
She's very fit, dying of some sort of horrible heart issue right now.
Bottom line, that's from the steroids.
I've got the alcohol and a little bit of a weight problem.
But bottom line, Paul, this does not sound like a good idea, right?
On the list of good ideas and bad ideas, it would be over on the column of bad ideas. Yeah, I think that's the way to go.
Leaning
Is
towards bad.
All
All
I
right,
think
well, Paul,
it's leaning heavily. Yeah.
as always, you've been a huge help. We appreciate that.
You
man.
saved us
Glad
from
I
ourselves
could.
once again.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks, buddy.
Okay, guys.
1-800-LAW-1010, 1-800-LAW-1010.com is Paul Harding.
Thanks, Paul.
Martin Harding,
Take care,
Zoni,
guys.
Pix 106.